And we bring some movement into the arms. So trying to not change anything else, keeping it nice, steady, and relaxed. Let's inhale the arms up to a T position and exhale to the front. Inhale, open, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. So moving with your breath. Try and move only the arms, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And next exhale, stay down. Take a moment, find how you can breathe, keep following your breath in that steady position. On the next one, we're going to inhale, hands all the way together in top of the head. And as we exhale, oh, sorry, it's my lamp. We're gonna bring the thumbs towards the neck. And then inhale up, exhale all the way back to the side. So inhale all the way up, exhale, bending the elbows. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale, bending the elbows. Inhale, stretching up, exhale down. So breathe slowly and move slowly. And this is all about kind of finding those little places. Don't know about you, but I'm cracking a lot. So it's about warming up the joints, not making your arms going into any place that they can't really go. Keep going with your own breath. Good. Okay, and the next exhale, when you come down to the side, just stay there and relax for a moment. When we're coming back to mountain pose in between poses, maybe count your breath, just to kind of keep your mind focused, to see, find the rhythm of your breath. And like if you can come in 1 for the inhale and 2 for the exhale, and keep going until maybe 10 or 12 and then start again. And then exhale fully and inhale, raise the hands up, hands together. Exhale like we did, draw the elbows or up and the hands down. And then on the inhale, we're gonna bring the fingertips together and open the elbows to the side. Exhale, we're closing them back. And inhale, reach the elbows up. Exhale, bring the hands up. So let's start here. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows, hands come back. Inhale, open the elbows to the side. And exhale, actually, let's just go back to that kind of hands down, elbows up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, open to the side. Exhale, come back. And inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep going with your breath. Next time you've got your elbows out to your side and your fingertips behind your skull, let's stay here and breathe here. So see if you can just keep like maybe the tip of the middle fingers touching just in that little nook in the back of your neck. And just as you breathe here, try and be as relaxed as you can possibly be. So really breathing down into the shoulders, into the elbows. You can just very gently push your head back into your fingertips. See if you can inhale, lengthen the back of the body from the heels along your spine to the top of your head, maybe lengthening, lifting the skull up a little bit with your fingertips. And exhale, relax even more. I'm going to bring a movement here. So on an exhale, we're going to bring the elbows together at the front and look down. You can even round the spine a little bit. Inhale, slowly come up. And as we're supporting the head to stop the neck from moving back, looking up, opening the elbows to the side. Exhale to center, rolling down, maybe touching the elbows. Inhale, pressing into the feet, opening up, maybe arching back. So find your rhythm, your own breath. Make the movement as big or small as you feel you need it today. You can change the position of your hand if you like interlocking the fingers rather than having the fingertips, whatever works. Or even having them closer to your ears. Trying to keep maybe your thumbs along your neck so that you can find that there's space along your neck and your shoulders aren't all stuck in the corner. Next, inhale. Let's open up. And exhale, relax the arms down to the side. Come back to your mountain pose and count your breath. On the inhale, be tall and light. On the exhale, be steady and relaxed. You can use your breath, like in Shavasana, to notice the sides of your neck, the top of your shoulders. Bringing more energy, more oxygen to the places that you can feel. And on the exhale, letting them relax. Expanding that awareness to your spine and your legs. Make sure that you're not pushing into any joints. So sometimes we've got a tendency to push the hips forward and that collapse into the lower back, or we push the knees back and that left the pelvis move. So we're trying to find that place where we're not pushing into any direction. I'm trying to keep the upper body very relaxed and let the breath move as far down the belly as it happens naturally. So we're not holding the belly in. And slowly open your eyes if they were closed. And this time we're going to interlock the fingers behind our back. And on the inhale, we're going to keep the hands on your hips first and just draw the shoulders and the elbows back. On the exhale, just relax. Moving with the breath. Trying to bring the elbows and the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, relax. Change the cross of your fingers. So whatever thumbs was on top, just switch them around. And do 6 more breaths. Inhaling, opening the chest, drawing the shoulders back. Exhaling, just relaxing. And if that puts pressure into any other part of your body or your spine, then see if you can fix it and maybe hold that part that you feel the pressure on, or make the movement less big. See if you can bring like a rotation movement. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the shoulders up and back. And as exhale, we bring them down and forward. Keeping the hands on the back of your pelvis. And on the exhale, relax. Let your hands rest at the side. If you need to do some shoulder circles or a little shake, whatever works. I'm going to take 1 step forward with the left foot, step back with the right foot, and just come into that kind of triangle pose. So the hips stay facing forward. We can engage a little bit the lower belly so that we don't let the hips tilt back. We're trying to keep that length, finding a little stretch in the front, not putting any pressure on either of the knee. And crossing the fingers again. So if you're, let's say, if your left leg is on top, then your left thumb is going to be on top. And we're going to inhale. This time, try and keep the arms straight and move the hands away from your hips. And exhale, slowly come towards the big toe. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, relax the hands back over there. Inhale, move the hands back. Exhale, come over the left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, relax the arms. Inhale, hands back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, relax. Inhale. And exhale. So moving with your breath. Reversing the movement. Let's do 2 more. And on the next one, we're going to stay down on the left leg. And just breathing here, maybe count 6 breaths. And inhale, drawing up. Exhale, relaxing your hands, coming back to mountain pose and counting your breath in mountain pose. Stepping back with the left foot, keeping the hip square, the pelvis aligned underneath the spine so that you're not pointing the tailbone too far back. The weight between all four corners of both feet, and then crossing, so right leg forward, right thumb in front. And we'll do 8 repetitions on this side, and on the 8th one, stay down. So inhale, hands move away. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, relax. Inhale back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, relax. Keep going with your own breath. And on your 8th movement, or your next one, if you've lost count, just look, stay down into the forward bend and count 6 full breath here. So 6 inhales and 6 exhales. On an inhale, coming up. Exhale, relaxing the hands, coming back into mountain pose. And staying here, noticing the changes in the body. Focusing your breath, your mind on your breath. Trying to let go of any judgment or any thoughts of the past or the future. Open your eyes, come back to the moment if you got a little distracted. And on the inhale, let's reach the hands up, palms together, stretch up. Exhale, swing over to the left side. Inhale to the front, or to the top, and exhale right. Moving with your breath, inhale to center, exhale to the side. So trying to keep those shoulders down the sides of the body. Again, if you find any pressure on any part of your spine, see if you can push yourself off the ground to keep the weight off the base of your back. And trying to keep your spine, your hips, your ankles, your shoulders aligned on a vertical base. When you've done both sides an equal amount of time, come back to center. Inhaling, lengthening up. Exhaling, bending the hands, bending the knees, bringing your hands to your heart for a half chair pose. And then inhale, come all the way. Stretch up. Exhale, press your hands together, come down into a half chair. Inhale. So push your hips back, keep your back very straight, don't let it arch. You can squeeze your legs and your hands together as you come down. Looking at a point in the floor in front of you. And on the next exhale, staying down into the squat. Drawing your arms back to the sides of your body. Pushing the hips a little lower, bending the knees a little more. And then bring the hands on the outside of the right knee. And on an inhale, lengthen your spine as you're twisting a little bit. On the exhale, see if you can come and bring the elbow on the outside of the right knee. Your legs don't really move. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring the hands back. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands on the outside of your left knee and twist. Inhale, right elbow down. Exhale, hands. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands left and twist. Inhale, bringing the elbow. So if the elbow doesn't work, keep just the hands. Exhale, into the hands. Inhale to center. So we're moving with your breath. Hands first and twist, then the elbow. Back with the hands, untwist, into center. Bring your hands and twist. Inhale into the elbow. Let's do one more on each side. And then relax. Bring your hands back into your chair pose. Then bring your hands down onto the floor. And come down to sitting. It's about 1,000,000 degrees in my house now. I don't know if you can see the sweat rolling down. Okay, so we're going to lie down on our back. Feet behind your hips. And have space behind you to extend your arms over your head. So I'm going to do a little kind of bridge vinyasa. So we start, so we want to kind of keep the feet really steady. And like if you have a block actually, or a book or a water bottle or something that's like not that wide, or you can just imagine you have something if you don't have anything, even a pillow or anything like that. But bring that between your thighs, just underneath your knees, and like you're not squeezing it, but you're just holding it like strong enough that it's not gonna fall. And if you don't have anything, just pretend that you have something, and that works too. So we start here with the feet behind the hips, hands by the shoulders, shoulders down into the ground. It's just first to take a few breaths and see if you can squeeze the top of your arms down. So as you breathe, feel the palms of your hands into the ground. And press your forearms into the ground while keeping the hands down. And press the upper arms into the ground as you're keeping the hands and the forearms down. And then see if you can get the very top of the arms and the shoulder blades to push down. And see if you can relax while keeping that contact. Okay, now with that feeling, we're going to inhale and reach the hands all the way back behind us. And exhale, bring them back down to that place where everything is in contact. So we'll do this 6 times with our breath. Inhale all the way overhead. Exhale all the way back down, connecting every single part of your arms into the ground. So slow your breath, slow your movement, pay particular attention to all the places in your body that like might usually feel a bit tight. Check that you're not tensing your neck or your face or any other part that you don't need to tense. And the next time your hands are up over your head, on the exhale, you're going to push into your feet and lift your hips. And then inhale, roll your spine back down. Exhale the hands back by your hips. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, draw the tailbone up, lift the hips. Inhale, roll your spine down. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, lift the hips, roll the spine up. Inhale, roll the spine down. Exhale, hands down. Keep moving with your own breath. Decide whether you want your movement to follow your breath or your breath to follow your movement. Pay attention to what works best for you this morning. Just keep one movement with one part of the breath. And on your next movement, when you're up with your hips up and your hands over your head, see if you can stay here for maybe 6 breaths if that feels good, maybe less. And as you're here, try and connect the back of your hands to the ground, the back of the forearms, the top of the arms, and the shoulders. See how relaxed you can keep your legs as you're holding your block. So you're not squeezing it hard, you're just holding it. Your legs are steady and parallel. Notice the surface of your feet. The places that are in contact with the ground, start with the big toe. Feel all of the toes. Feel the outer edge of your foot, around your heel, and the inner edge of your foot, including the part of the arch where it doesn't come into contact, but maybe you can feel some energy there. And in your next inhale, you're going to roll your spine down. On the exhale, bring the hands back down to your side. Take a couple of breaths in the center. And on an exhale, bring your knees to your chest, rest your hands on your knees, get rid of your block or leg pain. And just rest here without bringing the knees particularly close to the chest. Just letting the legs rest over your body and the hand rest on the knees. So you're only making a little effort to keep the hands from sliding off. Just gentle squeeze on the knees. And count your breath. Notice if your body settles into the pose, if something changes. As you're observing your breath, maybe notice the movement of the breath in the body. And let's bring your thighs together. And on the inhale, we're going to extend legs and arms to the ceiling. On the exhale, bend the knees and this time gently squeeze them towards your chest. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, flex the feet and the hands. Exhale, come into a little bowl shape. Moving with your breath. And the next inhale, we're going to stay up. So trying to keep your feet over your hips, your hands over your shoulders. And we're going to exhale the right leg and the left arm down close to the ground. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, left hand and right arm. Inhale up. Exhale, change side. So move with your breath, alternating diagonal hands and leg. Exhaling down, inhaling up. You can use the exhale to gently draw the lower spine towards the ground so that you don't feel too much of an arch in your back. If you like, let's see if we can come back to the center and make the movement a little more dynamic. So if it's too hard, come back to the previous one. What we can do is we're going to do one leg at a time or one side at a time. So we're going to extend right hand down, right leg down, left arm down, and touch the right hand to the right toe or in that direction, and then change direction. So we're going to inhale on one side, exhale on the other. Do it 6 times. And on an exhale, squeeze your knees to your chest. Take a little break. Let your breath come back to normal. Remember which way was your breath so that you can change it. Then inhale, both hands and legs to the ceiling. And so change whatever. So I was exhaling with my left hand down. So whatever one you haven't done. Do 6 times. And then next time you've got one, or just pose into the place. So whichever way it is. And see if you can so either hold the big toe with your hands or just hold the leg. And we're gonna really lengthen the other leg and the other arm onto the floor. Trying to draw the arm up, shoulder down. Point the toe of the leg that's on the floor. Let's do another breath here. And on an exhale, change. And exhale, relax. And take a mini tadasana for just a few breaths. Noticing every part of your body that you can feel and see if you can relax them. And let's open your arms out to the side in like a T position or warrior two. Exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Take an inhale in the center. On the exhale, roll it to one side. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, roll the knees onto the next side. Inhale to center. Exhale, right. So you're trying to keep your knees more over your body. Like if it's really difficult, you can keep your feet on the floor. But try to kind of have not so much of an arch created into your back. Inhale to center, exhale to the side. As you're moving to the repetitions, notice if you're tensing places that you don't need to and what you can do to avoid it. Again, decide or not whether you're moving with your breath or breathing with your movement. The next time your legs are on your left hand side, see if you can maybe extend them a little bit and grab your toes or the toe of the top leg, whatever feels good. And then extend the right arm behind you. And turn your head back towards the ceiling or all the way right. And breathe here. On exhale, relax the grab. Inhale, roll the leg to center. And exhale, roll them onto the right side. Grab the toes or whatever you like. And turn your head back towards you. Exhale, release. Inhale, come back to center. And let's exhale, squeeze the knees towards the chest and just stay here. So it's like a reverse child pose. Letting the weight of the legs come towards the body, using a little kind of pressure with the arms. But at the same time, not enough pressure that like all of your neck and your shoulders become tense. Maybe every exhale, your thighs are a little closer to your upper body. And gently release the pressure, let your legs just rest over your chest. And inhale, expand again, hands and feet towards the ceiling. And we're gonna exhale, open the arms and the legs as far out as we can with the toes and the knees pointing out. And on the exhale, we're going to bring the legs together, but we're going to cross the arms over our chest. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, come back and change the cross of your arms. Inhale and exhale. Try and keep your feet over your hips. So if there was a wall behind your hips, like, yeah, imagine there's a, like you're doing this with your legs to the wall. So you don't want your legs to be like away from you. You'd rather have like your knees really bent and your thighs at least be over your body rather than the opposite direction. And then if it feels good, you can cross the legs as well on the exhale. You're moving the arms, trying to keep the shoulder blades onto the ground. Let's do 2 more. And the next one on the inhale, let's stay with open arms and legs. And if it becomes really difficult, you can hold behind your thighs. Or if you can grab your big toes, then grab your big toes. And see if you can find more opening in the legs. Same time, lengthening the back of the legs and drawing as much of the shoulder blades into the ground as you can. Try holding behind your knees, Catherine, and extend the legs a little more. Yes. And Jer, also try holding behind your legs. So you can bring your thighs a little more towards you and your feet a little more towards the ceiling. Okay, and now let's exhale. Bring the soles of the feet together over your hips and use your hands to hold the ankles or the outside of the feet, or if you can use a strap as well to bring around. And as we're breathing here, we're letting the heels come closer to the pubis. The knees move out to the side. And the shoulders move down towards the floor. The chin a little bit towards the throat. Breathe along the line of your spine. Count your breath. Allow yourself to just be in the moment. Let go of any other thoughts. And be happy with wherever your body is right now. So you're not trying to reach more flexibility, or you're just noticing where your body is and be okay with it. And slowly slide your hands to the outside edge of your feet. And let's move the feet towards the ceiling for a happy baby pose. So thighs as close to the upper body as we can. If it's too far to reach the feet, you can hold behind the knee. If you do have your feet, then you can use gentle fingertips pressure into the soles of the feet. And again, settle into the pose. Try and let go of wanting to do more or less. And keep your mind on your body, on your breath. Maybe the space between your hips and the floor, between your shoulders and the floor. And then slowly relax and bring your knees back to your chest, wrap your hands around them, and let yourself rest here. And bring the left foot down and cross the right ankle behind the left knee. And let the right thigh open out to the side. So take a moment. Bring a little movement if you need. Try and weigh the back of your hips equally on the floor. Flex your right foot a little. Keep the toes in line with your shin. So not inside or outside. And maybe you just want to stay here. Maybe this is the right place for you for this pose. Or maybe you want to try and lift the left foot off the ground and then grab behind the left thigh. And again, either being steady and noticing the breath or bringing very gentle movements to release the right hip. Keeping the toes facing the shins. On the next exhale, release the left foot to the ground and bring both knees back to your chest, little squeeze. And then right foot to the ground, left foot across the right ankle, flexing the left foot and staying here first. Trying to weigh both sides of your hips equally. Trying to notice if the weight of the left thigh is pulling your spine in one way or another, and just be curious about that relationship between your left thigh and your spine. Notice those muscles that actually tie it together. So if you open the left thigh more, which part of your body lifts? If you relax the left thigh and let it come back towards you, which part of your body relaxes? Remember to keep your toes facing your shin and your ankle aligned with the rest of the lower leg. Maybe you stay here, maybe that's enough for you. Maybe you just breathe and relax here. Or maybe you can lift the right foot and hold underneath the left hand. And if it helps to keep your mind focused, then count your breath. And exhale, slowly relax. Bring both feet back onto the ground and let yourself roll onto your right hand side. Use your arm as a pillow and rest on your side for a moment. And slowly coming onto hands and knees. Inhale into a cow pose, letting the chest, the body drop between the shoulders and hips. And on the exhale, pushing the hips back onto child pose. Inhale, arching, looking forward. Exhale, rounding, pushing to child pose. So again, moving with the breath or breathing with the movement. Notice which one you're doing and how does that feel. And if it's changed since the start of the practice, if it's easier for you to move first and let the breath follow, or notice your breath first and let the movement follow. Your next inhale, you're going to come on to hands and knees and switch your legs forward and bring your feet underneath your hips. So you can also take your block again for this one, just to kind of keep your knees from moving out. Or if you don't have one, just pretend you have one. And bring the hands underneath the shoulders with a little bend into the elbows. And we're going to breathe into a tabletop position. So on an inhale, we're trying to lift the hips to the height of the knees. And on the exhale, we come back to sitting. So if you notice as we're repeating the movement that there's pressure into some part of your body, notice if you can change something in the way you're pushing into the ground or in the way you're holding your joints. So if you feel it in your wrists, maybe bend your elbows more. If you feel it in your shoulders, well, it's really good for your shoulders, but try and maybe relax the head. Maybe do a very small circle with the head as you're moving with the breath. Or press the fingers more down. Basically, expand the sensation in your body and see if you can change something away from the place where you feel it to fix that sensation. And then if you have it in you, in your next inhale, see if you can stay into that tabletop position. So you're trying to expand the shoulders away from the knee away from the shoulders, and your rest of your body in line with all both. Press into your hands, lift your rib cage away from the floor. Press into your feet, lift your bum away from the ground. And maybe do a slow neck circle to make sure that your neck is loose. One on each side. And then exhale, relax down, and come on to sitting. Bring your feet close to your knees, with your legs a little apart. If your hips are open enough, then you stack the shins together. If not, you just bring them as close as you can. Let's breathe deeply in the center. On the exhale, let's turn around, wrap the right arm all the way around and grab the left arm, then grab either the left knee or right ankle. And just breathe into a twist. You're turning all your body towards the right. And take one more breath here. Deep inhale to lengthen from the seat bones to the crown of the head. On the exhale, relax. Bring your hands on your knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come forward. So either with a straight spine or just letting yourself roll and relax down. Whichever works for you. On an inhale, lengthen up. And on the exhale, cross your legs the other direction. So, like if you're crossing them, then have that space between your ankles and your hips rather than, bringing them all the way here. And if you can, just lean the top shin on the other one. And inhale, stand really tall. Exhale, twist. Bring that left arm all the way around your waist. Grab on to the inside of your right bicep, and with the right hand, hold the foot or the knee on the right side. And then twist, inhaling, sitting taller. Exhaling, letting the chest turn towards the left. Take a deeper inhale. Exhale, slowly come to center. Inhale, sit upright. And exhale, come forward, just with a straight spine or all the way down. On an inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, take Shavasana. Rolling your feet out to the side, your arms away from your body. You can lift every limb and the head one after the other. Make sure that they're in a place where they can just rest their weight into the ground. And today, let's see if we can try and dissociate our limbs from the general feeling of our body. So if we start with the right arm, bringing the awareness into the right shoulder, the right part of your chest and the right shoulder blade. As you breathe into that top right quarter of your body, notice when you relax the muscles of the chest, the muscles of the back, the effect it has on the arm. With every exhale, you can feel the right arm come a little closer to the ground. Bring your awareness into the top of the right arm. Relax all the muscles around the top of the arm, the front, the back, the inside, the outside. Notice any impacts that this has on your elbow. Relax the elbow and the forearm. Try and really find all the different parts in your forearms and how relaxing the forearms generates a little tingle feeling in your hands. So all the very elaborate movements we can make with our fingers, they all start in the muscles in our forearm. Letting the wrist be rested. Notice the natural relaxed shape of your fingers, kind of half open, half closed position. Breathe all the way up and down the right arm and notice that the weight of the right arm seems to be really resting on the floor, and maybe there's a tiny tug on the shoulder, but for the rest it feels like it's detached from your body. Just let it be. And then come and bring the same awareness to the left shoulder and chest. Relaxing the collarbone, the armpit, all that top left corner of your body. Letting your awareness move around the top of the arms, the shoulder joint. Bringing the weight of your arm bone into your shoulder socket and letting it just weigh down. Relaxing all the parts of the upper arm. Feeling the weight of the elbow onto the ground. And noticing all the different parts, all the different layers in the forearm, and how relaxing them. Let the left hand be very relaxed. Let that left arm just be. Feeling ever so slightly the attachment between the arm and the shoulder, but no longer any pull on the muscles of the chest or the back. Let's bring that awareness into your left hip. So you can relax the left buttock and the left bottom quarter of your abdomen. Notice the top of the left thigh bone and relax all the different layers of your thighs. Top, bottom, inside, outside. All the way down to the knee. Moving down from the knee to the lower leg. Letting all the weight of the left leg rest onto the ground. Relaxing the ankle, sole of the foot and the top of the foot, every toe on the left leg. And feeling your whole left leg as one independent limb, resting on the ground like it's detached from your body. And bringing that awareness into the right hip. Relaxing the right buttock, the right side of your lower abdomen, all the way around the right hip bone and the top of the right thigh. Softening all the muscles of your thigh, down to your right knee, down into the right lower leg, and the weight of the leg onto the ground, the weight of the heel, relaxing the sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, and all of the toes on your right foot. And letting your right leg rest as an independent limb. And then come back to your pubic bone and your tailbone. And notice the bottom of your body, the lower part, how they feel as the legs are completely relaxed. You're going to draw your awareness up the center line of your body, vertebra by vertebra, and include all the surrounding organs, flesh, tissues around those vertebrae. the center of your pelvis, the lower abdomen and lower back. Reaching the bottom of the thoracic spine and the lower ribs. The movement of the breath. Relax your trunk. Feel the ribs in the back of the body, the sides and the front of the chest. Feel the last vertebra in your upper spine that touches the ground. Let your awareness move up into your neck and your throat, the back of your skull, the sides of the skull, the skins, the ears, eyes, cheeks, superficial layers of your face, and deeper layers of your face, muscles inside your mouth, behind your eyes. Now that your whole body is relaxed, come back to simply observing your breath. And if it helps, you can count it. And slowly come back to the moment and the place. Bring some movement back. In your own time, make your way back to sitting. Hands together in front of your heart. If there's any particular feeling that you got during the practice today and that you'd like to be able to take over with you for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, then acknowledge it now. And rub your palms, get some heat. More with your face, your shoulders, beautiful heart, hips, knees, and feet. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Julie.
Thanks, guys.